these are the spring bulbs I have this year, and while a lot of the late ones are coming up early and I'm not getting a lot of the earlier ones, I'm still grateful for the things that are blooming. My dwarf weeping cherry blossom tree here was in full flower, but a storm took off half of them. However, I did manage to get some video here, you'll see in a second, of what it looked like more or less in full flower, but that cold snap we had, it just really set it back, and so it's just not nearly as covered in flowers as it should be. But it is what it is. I'm just gonna have to wait until next year. I'm gonna make a video here in the next few weeks on pruning it, the correct way to prune it. As you can see here, my mondial tulips are spent and just my abelia now. Some of this dwarf lupin growing in between them. Right here I have my lilac coming into flower. It's only lightly fragrant, but I'm in love with it. I love this lilac. It's covered in a lot more blooms since I first filmed this video here. Every time I open my front door right now, I'm just like hit with this breeze of banana pudding or banana popsicles. I'm so in love with this. Also, my amaryllis are coming into flower. They're all going to be blooming soon with the sweet pea at the same time behind it. I'm excited about that. And also, my carnations are going to be blooming here soon. I'll have a few amazing gray poppies around that, but I'm going to have to pull up a few of them, I think, before they get to bloom, unfortunately, because they're right near, too close where my center pond is, and that center pond is going to be replaced. I'm putting in a much larger in-ground pond there, right next to the weeping cherry blossom tree, to accommodate a much larger water lily I'm going to have later on this summer. All of my dwarf bearded iris here are going to be interlaced among my amaryllis you saw in the back. Out of the 3 second-year peonies that I have this year, only this one and my Duchess are gonna give me blooms, I think, but they're gonna be covered in flowers, so I'm so excited about that. Out of the very few tulips I feel like I'm getting this year, I'm in love with this Margarita. It smells so good, and I just love those double, big, huge, puffy peony type tulips. Even though I'm really frustrated with the outcome of a lot of my hyacinth daffodils and tulips this year, especially this one you're seeing right here, I'm not even sure what that is. Dutch Grown sent me daffodils I didn't even order. I still love the Sunny Girlfriend daffodils. I got a few of those, and this Angelique tulip I love too, even though it came up pretty early. One of my favorite things about the spring is seeing the bumblebees passed out on nectar inside the corollas of the daffodils. This is my Wisteria sinensis standard. I'm not going to be getting any flowers on it this year, which is a bummer. I'm just gonna have to spend the summer shaping it out and hoping for next year. Here is yet another daffodil that Dutch Grown sent me that I did not order. It was really frustrating at first, but I actually fell madly in love with this daffodil. Once it completely opens, it smells so sweet. And what you're seeing here is the side there. I still got a lot of work to put into that area. I want it to be a very windy kind of mulched path edged up against freshly grown grass, and I'm planning on putting some like medium to large flowering shrubs along with these peonies and other things. These peonies were planted this year, their first year peonies, just to have them kind of already going by the time I do get other stuff planted there. By the way, this lily magnolia tree, as old as it is and beautiful, even though this spring that cold snap really set it back and there's a lot of dead growth you might not be able to see there, but it flowered back out pretty quickly. It actually translates terribly on camera. It's breathtaking in person, but I found it just doesn't read on camera for some reason when you are viewing the whole tree. One of my favorite things are seeing the petals fall on the ground, or especially around all these paper whites I'm naturalizing there, but my neighbor doesn't like it. This Rosalinda Indian Hawthorn standard I'm going to be planting on the corner there with my hydrangea, a forsythia, and a daphne. I'm going to do a video on that Rosalinda pretty soon because it's starting to bloom now and I'm so deeply in love with that tree. Those are some anemones that you're seeing there. All of these are just plants I'm either selling or going to be moving around, transplanting, just kind of stuff I'm holding for a while. There's a lotus in that terracotta pond thing there that I'm excited about. Bells of Ireland, a Chinese fringe flower, or no, that's a Grancy graybeard actually. That's actually the tree I'm planting for Ghost. Long story as to why I'm doing that and taking out the other one. So that is my spring garden as of now. Things finally starting to come into flower, and I'm grateful for the things that I am getting this year. Anyway, thank you for watching.